In an annual tradition, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler surveyed nearly 80 league executives, coaches and scouts to rank the NFL's top 10 players at 11 different positions. And with regard to Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, a couple of prominent ESPN employees weren't pleased with the network's poll results. Tagovailoa did not crack the top 10 among quarterbacks but was listed fourth in the honorable mention category, meaning he finished 14th overall. The top 10 in the ESPN survey, in order: Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff and Dak Prescott. QBs 11 through 13, just ahead of Tagovailoa, were Brock Purdy, Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts. Speaking of Tagovailoa, I feel like everybody knows what he is, a good player with some limitations, a veteran NFL personnel evaluator told Fowler. He's a matchup nightmare some weeks. He's really good when he's in rhythm and gets the ball out in time. He can be hard to beat when he's throwing with touch and anticipation. An NFC executive told Fowler, though he doesn't have the big arm and mobility, his short to intermediate stuff is really impressive, and I just think he sees the game really well. During a dead time in the sports calendar, Fowler's poll has provided endless hours of fodder to fill ESPN studio shows, primarily Mike Greenberg's Get Up. And several ESPN analysts have protested Tagovailoa's ranking in the poll. Among them, ESPN's Booger McFarland said Tagovailoa's exclusion from the top 10 represents the biggest snub on the list. 4,600 passing yards last season. Top 10 QBR. I know everyone says it's because of Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. All Tua Tagovailoa does is throw the football accurately, on time, in rhythm and allow these fast guys to run after the catch. How can this guy not be in the top 10? I have no idea. Former Washington quarterback Robert Griffin III said the biggest snubs in the top 10 were San Francisco's Brock Purdy and Tua Tagovailoa. Tua, to not have him on this list, is not only disingenuous but it's disrespectful. It's a spit in the face. He's been a top 5 quarterback the past 2 years. This poll seems truly based on what you think a quarterback can do, not based on what these two men have put on the field. Here's how Dolphins fared at other positions in the ESPN survey. Asked by ESPN if Hill might hit a wall at age 30, a veteran AFC coach said, "He's just so freaking different, man. I cannot see him getting slower but for injuries. He's been so durable, so maybe his age shows with a few more nicks and bruises and he's not 100% as often, but as far as his speed and quickness I can see him running fast to age 34 easily. Him slowing down just doesn't compute to me." Dolphins receiver Waddle was listed in honorable mention and essentially finished 14th overall. Elite speed and an underrated route runner, an NFL offensive coach said. Small black square ESPN's Raheem Mostert was not ranked among the top 17 running backs. Second-year back Devon Achane didn't receive any top 10 votes. Small black square among cornerbacks, the Dolphins' Jalen Ramsey was 5th, behind Patrick Surtain II, Denzel Ward, Sauce Gardner and Eljorius Sneed. A veteran NFL offensive coach told Fowler that Ramsey might be declining a little at this stage, but he can still impose his will on a game. Small black square among inside linebackers, Jordan Brooks was listed in, also receiving votes, essentially placing him 18th overall. Small black square Jalen Phillips was honorable mention among edge rushers, 14th, and Bradley Chubb was among others also receiving votes. Small black square Jevon Holland finished 5th among safeties. He's got versatility to play the post, match up in man coverage, blitz and is still young and ascending, said an AFC executive who ranked Holland number 1. It was the best season yet for the former number 5 overall pick, as the talented Tagovailoa earned the highest passing grade in the regular season of any quarterback, 88.9, and made 35 big-time throws, good for 3rd in the league. However, his 3.5% turnover-worthy play rate was higher than every other quarterback in the top 5 of big-time throws, and his 25 turnover-worthy plays were the 5th most. When the play goes according to plan, Tua can be a surgeon. He had the lowest time to throw of any starting quarterback, 2.33 seconds. But interestingly enough, he had the most turnover-worthy plays in the NFL when there was no pressure. His grade takes a significant dip when he is pressured, but he can still be productive if what he expects to see is there. Tua's arm is adequate for the NFL level, but it doesn't get him out of trouble either. He trusts head coach and play caller Mike McDaniel a lot, which is a good thing, but there are times when he is too reliant on what the play should be and not what the best decision actually is post-snap.